Mic lock button is on. Double tap. Matthew Turbo's journey. More notes. As I climbed across the cables, I could see looking down. He screamed at me, then dropped his gun. I looked down, peering into the caves down below. I had to get down there. I could hear screaming and shouting. They were going to turn the battery on any minute. I had to use this cable. I took out my knife and slashed the bit that was to the live battery. I heard them cursing. I had to block the way in so they couldn't get back. This was not going to be the way, was it? I decided to make my way down the cable quickly. And getting across, I could hear the shrieking and howling. The men below in the cave were laughing like hyenas and hissing the words, "Get he bastard, if he cries. No, Seamus, that ain't the way." "You think I'm a turd or what?" said Seamus. "No," said John. "Hey, he got woodbines." "Who?" "Ash." "You have got to be kidding me." "I haven't, Seamus. Trust me." "Listen, what data do they have on them?" "They've got none yet." "Are you sure, Seamus?" "I am sure, Greg. But they'll come knocking on my door, don't you worry." Poof! And look at that poo face. "Who?" "Him up there." "Come on, he'll be down any minute." Fixing myself on the ground, I paused and waited. "Make sure you press the switch," said Seamus to Ash. He gave him a look before lighting his cigarette. Ash held his gaze. "Listen, boys. Let's stay a while. You really think we're going to run and let that sod have his little fun? Hell no." Ash looked to Seamus and Rob. "Listen. Get him." "Get who?" "Get Jaw. Jaw's not working for us no more. You should know that, Ash." Ash then gave an uppercut to Seamus's... Ash then gave Seamus a look of aggression. Another guy walked in the cave in big, massive boots. He walked past and walked the broken stairwell. He slumped down. He took a bottle from his pocket. He took a swig of whatever it was in the bottle. "You ain't sharing your liquor?" said Seamus. The man looked past. It was Gage. Gage stood up. Gage just sat there and shot a look straight at me. Straight at Matthew Turbo, who was on the cables, getting ready to abseil down. I was on the cable, lowering myself gently into the cave. I wanted to make sure that I got a shot straight into the cave. I checked my distance. Yes, I could do it. I was lowering myself gently down the cable. If I could just cut anything from the live, then if they did switch the battery back on, I would not get electrocuted. I made sure I had everything before lowering myself gently towards the cavern. "I think he's got us," said Gage. Ash spat his cigarette on the floor. "I think we need something stronger, boys," he said. "That ain't the question. This ain't the time for taking substances," shouted Seamus. "Silence, worm!" screamed Gage. "Don't you know there's a rat on our heels?" "A rat, you say?" said Ash. "Oh, yeah. So, you sticking round or what?" "Of course I am." said Gage to Seamus and Ash. "What the hell do you take me for? Look, if that rat escapes, we're doomed." I heard what they were saying, and I had to get myself into the cave so I could get the key and get the hell out of there as quickly as I could. They were not going to budge. So I did the worst thing that I could probably ever do. I dived straight down the cables and into the cave. That was when a pistol opened fire. "I'll have your ass, rat," said Seamus. "Me too, Ash." Machine gun fire. It was Gage. "Get yourselves out of here." I then threw myself down into the cave. I got a large boulder and threw it right at Gage's head. "You rat!" he screamed. Then he got up and kicked a door which led into the tunnels. I ran straight for it. I knew exactly where I was going. Down west. There was a corridor pointing straight towards me. I could hear those voices. I was running straight down the corridors, not looking back. Gage, Ash, and Seamus both dropped their weapons. "What should we do now?" "Hold it, you bastards," said Gage. "What do we do?" "You stay silent and you stay still, said Gage, taking out a pipe and smoking it. "Anyway, we need to rest a while." "Rest?" said Seamus. "Yes, lads, we need to rest. Still, that rat'll be scuttling back, and when he does, we'll all have his ass. You do not, and I repeat, You do not take his eyes off him for 1 minute. Where do you think he's heading? If memory serves me right, he's after those control rooms. But he's going the wrong way, said Seamus. No, he's not, said Gage. He spoke to me in the bar. Over a pint in White City. When? 2 days ago. And he said he was going to get back here. He knew that Mark had left. You really think that Mark would spread... Sorry, you really think Mark would tell some whereabouts? Well, Mark said there was a key, and if he wanted to free his girlfriend, he'd have to get the key, wouldn't he? And he said where? I'm sorry, lads, but somebody let it slip to him. I told him that, well, if we waited here, we'd help him. But we'll give him a little help, all right. Just you watch. If he finds his girlfriend, we'll get them both. Both little rats. He has got the best girl in town. You sure? Damn sure. You should have seen what a little beauty. My word. Was she a princess? That I'm not exactly sure. But she's hired for something, that's for sure. Yes, I really am. Ash, Ash did not understand. He looked away.
8:30 p.m. Mic trigger. Mic lock. Finish recording.